You prefer it like that. Cool.
Cool, cool.
Let me turn up the volume here so I can hear you properly. I have a bit of a tinnitus or whatever you call that. I mean,
Uh-huh.
so after a long, hard life in the music business, you get sort of damaged hearing, of course.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
I know all about it because I'm a concert photographer and I can barely hear
yeah,
that myself, you
yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah. People, you have all, regardless of what kind of profession you have,
Right,
over time you're going to develop some sort of occupational damage, I suppose.
right, yeah, definitely.
If you're a whore, for example, I mean,
Uh-huh.
you're going to get a
Yeah,
sore
yeah,
pussy.
yeah, 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 yeah. Cool, cool, cool. Snowy Shore, welcome to Rock Eyes. You're a legend, man. You're a legend, you know?
Thank you so much.
No
How
problem.
flattering.
Cool, cool. So basically, we're here. I'm not going to go too much into your past because everybody knows your past. I'm going to go
Yeah.
Shawsome Volume 1. That's the
Yep.
one I want, right? I see that
That's the
United
one.
States.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely, definitely. So I just want to show you something I got in the mail.
Yeah. Wow. Look at
How's
that.
that? What an album.
Coincidentally, look here.
Whoa, you
I
got the
got it
same one?
too. I wonder who that asshole is who keeps sort of harassing people, sending this stuff all over.
Oh man, it's a great CD. It's a great release, and you get you bang for the money. You get a lot of tracks. So
Yeah, but the thing is that when I started doing this project, because I mean, it all started out
right,
because people been contacting me, fans and followers from all over basically, and they say, "Wow, hey Snowy, I just discovered you were singing on a couple of songs for this band from Italy, for example."
right,
And this might be an American guy, for example. And I mean, it's not necessarily like mainstream artists that I've been doing all those guest appearances and side
right,
projects with. So it's impossible for them to keep track of it all because it's spread out all over the world, basically.
right,
And maybe this band in particular might be very popular in Italy, but not
right,
so
yeah,
much outside of that. So how
right,
can someone in Texas know about that? And that
right,
started to bug me because over time it's been countless ones that been contacting me and saying that. And I
right,
figured, isn't there some sort of way that I could keep it sort of or collect it all under the same roof? And
right,
and that's how it started. And you mentioned that it's like a lot of bang for the buck
right,
because I mean I squeezed in 16 songs. I mean, there's a
right,
time limitation of 74 minutes on a
right.
CD.
Mhm.
So I think this one is 73 and a half minutes, and the
Right.
next one is going to be just as much.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, so a lot of bang for the buck, I can say. But I wanted to make it as, let's say, show some sort of showcase, some sort of diversity and a
Uh-huh.
musical width or
Right.
broadness to it, I guess.
Definitely. I can't wait for the next one.
Oh yeah, cool.
I'm waiting for the next one already. You know, I mean,
Yeah, but I haven't really planned when it's gonna come out, but
right,
around Halloween. I mean, I it's my favorite season of the year, I would say, with all the spookiness and all that.
right, yeah, definitely, definitely.
So, by the way, where are you? Are you in the East Coast or something?
I'm right next to New York. I'm in New Jersey.
Okay, okay. I mean, have you read my book, by the way?
No, I have not.
I mean, I'm writing about my first Halloween experience, and that happened. We played with King Diamond at
Uh-huh.
Ritz in Manhattan, in
Right.
New York City,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
and I mean, I just didn't even know what Halloween was before that because in Sweden we don't celebrate that. We have
Right.
All
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hallows Eve when you go to the cemetery and light some candles for your dead relatives or
Uh-huh.
something maybe like
Yeah.
that. But
Wow.
anyway, so I saw all these people on the streets with haunted houses dressed up like ghouls or
Right. Yeah.
witches and skeletons and all like that. And I was like, what the fuck is this? I was so young and
Right.
inexperienced. So is this for us? Oh, it's Halloween, of course, they said. Okay, so
Wow.
what's that?
Right.
I
Yeah.
of course I was aware of the movies, but I never made a connection that it actually. I thought it
Right.
was just a spooky horror movie.
Yeah. 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 So this album, Shawsome Volume 1. definitely has a great variety of diversity, as
Yeah,
you just talked about. And I
yeah,
mean, you go from almost like a glam to death metal to like
yeah,
Rammstein, stuff like
yeah.
that. And I enjoy
Yeah, well,
listening.
everything in between. I mean, that sort of like the privilege, or I put myself in that situation, I would say, because if you do one style for too long, I
Right,
tend to get easily bored. So that
right,
is why I had the fortune of sort of double it up. I could do like Therian, for example, which is sort of like operatic,
right,
symphonic music, and at the
uh-huh,
same time I was doing Triple X, which was some sort of let's say 70s bubblegum glam slash
right,
glitter style, just
uh-huh,
to balance things up. Just like I think it's variety is good,
right.
diversity is
Yeah,
good.
definitely.
I mean,
Yeah,
if I only would watch horror movies, for example,
right,
I mean, you get tired of that. You want to light things up a little bit, and a family comedy to get some sort
right,
of balance in life. And if you're
definitely.
doing one thing for too long, I tend to get really tired of it, and then sort of by your own emotions, you try to sneak in things that
Right,
don't belong in that environment. So it's better to, okay, here I can get sort of express this kind of style that I wanted to do here,
right,
so and focus on that, and then I can do like black metal and sort of
right.
yeah, glam rock at the same time. Yeah.
Definitely, definitely. I mean, there's different tracks. A couple. I thought about Rammstein.
Mhm.
Other ones like Hello definitely has the glam
Yeah, yeah,
style.
yeah,
I mean, so I listen to it because I'm telling you things from the
yeah,
songs.
yeah. I can hear that.
So
Yeah,
a lot,
yeah,
a lot of people say, yeah, yeah, I listened to it, and
yeah,
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 you
yeah.
did.
Sort of
You know,
half-heartedly, or just half-ass. Yeah,
right?
just skip to the next song, I guess. Yeah.
Definitely. And even
Yeah.
Emperor of himself, that's like almost like a classical in the beginning.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah, but
You
I
know,
think, I mean, that's Hall of Gods. It's this Brazilian guy. He's like a multi-instrumentalist, but he
right,
plays drums and keyboards and guitar and stuff. But for some reason, he don't sing. So,
right,
so he contacted me and wanted me to sing on this song. And at the same on that album is also Zach Stevens, I think his name is,
right.
from
Yeah, yeah.
Sabotage,
Yes,
and
yes.
also Chris Cafferty from
Uh-huh.
Sabotage. He's singing one song, and also Ralph Shepard that I recorded another album with as a
Right.
drummer
Uh-huh.
from Primal Fear. So there's a lot of famous names and highly qualified musicians and singers.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
so it was a cool thing to do, but I think he's making this based on, I can hear the Norwegian composer, what's his name, Edvard Grieg,
Okay.
and sort of like doing this kind of trollish music or
Right.
whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, there's a lot of a mix of classical music and metal, some sort of combination there. Yeah,
Right. Definitely.
yeah,
Definitely. Even Darkest of Doom, that has a King Diamond feel a little bit in there. I liked it.
yeah. I've done two albums with that concept,
Right.
and David, which is a good friend or became a good friend over time,
Uh-huh.
uh, he is a big fan, first of all,
Right. Yeah.
of what I've been doing with King Diamond and Notre Dame, my old band,
Uh-huh.
and that kind of music, and also Candlemass. So we are very much on the same page. We like the same kind of stuff. And it also includes Matt Levin. So because we were sharing the vocals on that, I play drums and sing on
Right.
that album, and some other singers too. Maybe Nicholas from Dream Evil is there too. I don't remember really, but
Uh-huh.
that is very what do you say, progressive, or yeah, King Diamond style, or
Right.
even a
Yeah.
little bit black metal maybe. Yeah,
Right. Definitely. That's with Ancient Beast. That's kind of like death metal, black
yeah,
metal.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
all
Yeah,
the
but
track.
just
Yeah.
like you're saying here, I mean, you mentioned, I mean, all those different tracks. I mean, for instance, what's the name? The Outsider. You mentioned the
Right.
song. I
Uh-huh.
mean, they are from Mexico City, while some others from Brazil, and some are Italian and Irish, or I mean, so it's spread all over the world, basically.
Right there.
Some
Did you ever,
Swedish ones too, yeah, yeah.
did you even think about maybe doing an acoustic song?
I can't remember. I mean, I've been working on the other volumes, and
Right,
I think there are actually some more sort of low key
right.
acoustic. Yeah, yeah, maybe some. Yeah, I don't remember, but yeah.
Wow. How long did this take? With 16 tracks. How long did this take to actually come to life?
Uh, the thing is that I mean, like I mentioned, all of this, most of this stuff has been released
Right,
in some shape or form.
right,
But the thing is that nobody knows that. I mean, so if I cannot even keep track of it myself, I mean, some
right,
of the stuff um I don't remember even doing when people approach me about that.
right.
But
Yeah,
if I cannot even keep track of it myself because I did it in 2012 or something, how can possibly my fans and followers keep track of it? And that is why I wanted to put it sort of under the same roof. Yeah. So I mean, they are on the next volume or the third. I don't remember. I mean, there are. It goes as way back to 1986. I mean, a recording in the studio I did with my band back then.
yeah.
And then we added together with Dan Dark, we
Uh-huh.
kind of shared vocals on that a couple of years ago, putting vocals on that because it was instrumental previously and you don't want to put out any instrumental songs really like that. So that we did, yeah. So I mean, it goes all the way back to demos from 86 and previously unreleased material and very obscure and underground. So that is
Right.
why I wanted to collect it all. Sort of. Yeah.
Okay. Even when I heard Hello, okay,
Yeah.
I said, I know that song. I know that song. I went on my computer, I'm typing hello, hello. I couldn't
Yeah.
find whatever, but it sounds like something I heard.
Yeah, but that's also why I mentioned my book. I mean, I'm writing all about that because it was a band that I produced and I helped out a good friend of mine called Rob Nasty with this band. And it ended up being that I got them a deal in Japan for this
Uh-huh.
band, Loud and Nasty. And I happened to play the drums on it. It wasn't
Right.
intentional like that, but they fired the drummer, so I had to step in. And long story. I mean, there's so many stories behind all of this.
Right.
And over time, since we got a deal with Japan and exclusively for Japan, I figured, okay, if we do that, we can sell it to other territories like the
Right. Yeah.
US or Europe and stuff like that. And long story short, I mean, it turns out that they didn't really have the songs that they said. So I had to write all the songs in like 2 days or something.
Wow.
and
Wow.
and for me, I mean, that was more. They were more, let's say, glam sleaze of the 80s, but uh, I'm a big fan. I grew up with Sweet and T-Rex and Susie Quattro and David Bowie and that kind of 70s style glam. So since I was like the driving force so in the writing and wrote most of the material, also ended up singing on it and stuff. You know,
Right.
we're sharing vocals. So it's way more 70s style, just
Uh-huh.
where I like it. And it's
Right.
kind of
Yeah.
funny. We've been out traveling a little bit over the summer vacation here with my girlfriend, and she hasn't listened to that. But
Uh-huh.
that's the song she likes, Hello. So she
Yeah.
just listened to that on repeat all the time. So.
Wow. It's a good song. I like it. You know?
Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of, it lights up if you listen
Right.
to the Mexican band, The Outsider, for example,
Right.
or Opera Diabolicus. It's kind of uh, progressive and heavy and all that. So it's
Right.
nice to light it up a little bit to get some light and shade. I mean, that is also why I planned it in the order.
Right.
Just like a good album, I would say, is a mix of everything. You know, if you take them separately, that's one thing, but you got to get a good blend.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
what, yeah.
Yeah.
Just like first Guns N' Roses album, for example. I
Yeah.
mean, that's a masterpiece, but in itself, bad example maybe because they're all good songs, but
Right.
in the whole package of the 12 songs or whatever it is, I mean it's like ebb and flow, light and shade. I mean, you need
Right.
some sort of variation within there. So it's just not the same type of song, the same kind of emotions
Right.
and all that. Then it tends to be a little bit boring, I would say.
Right.
You
Yeah.
gotta have a good blend, I would say. Yeah.
Definitely, definitely. I just did an interview about 2, 3 weeks ago with Rob Nasty. So he's
Did
yeah, definitely cool. I know him.
Yeah,
long,
he's
long
one of my
time.
best friends. Yeah, yeah.
I know him
He's
very
a
well.
super cool guy. I got a tattoo the other day. I
Uh-huh.
mean, I've been through rough times over the last 5 years or something. So I figured, okay, life's tough, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. So that's what I got here. It is what it is. He
Cool.
did that the other day.
Wow. Yeah. He told me he's a tattoo artist. So,
Yeah.
Cool guy.
Yeah, very cool guy. Absolutely. Yeah.
So tell me, what band actually influenced you?
Yeah, there are plenty of bands in my formative years when you're growing up. I mean, I was like a sponge, just listen to a lot of stuff. And but of course, there are some bands that made such a huge impact on me, I would say.
Right.
But especially that really made such a left a mark on you for the rest of your life, kind of life-changing moments and so on. But for me, when I discovered Kiss, even though I had sort of casually been listening to the kind of stuff that the older guys were listening to in my environment, I would say, like Nazareth, Back to Internal Overdrive, The Purple, and Sweet and so forth. But with Kiss, I mean, I was such a diehard horror and superhero comic fan as a kid. Like everything from Batman to Dracula and Tales from the Crypt and all that, So for me, when I discovered Kiss Destroyer in this store, I didn't even know it was an album, because I thought it could be a Marvel comic calendar or something like that.
Yes.
And so that sort of transition was spot on perfect for me, because also of the phenomenal production by Bob Ezrin, producer. It's sort of like I could look at the album cover and just fantasize and listen to it. It was like, if you close your eyes, it's like listening to a dark action movie or something like that.
Yeah.
And because of all the sound effects, children crying, cars crashing, and all that, so it's like really imaginative or whatever. So that kind of opened up, and it's fucking 50 years ago now. I mean, it came out in 76, and it's still my major, I gotta say, the album that made the biggest impact on me, and what got me started. And that's also why I suppose that, to me, it's not just music, something you hear, but you can look at them, and the whole, it triggers your imagination. And even though I have a pretty vivid imagination in a way. But so, I mean, to me, it's you gotta dress up accordingly and to sell the concept, so to speak. And so image is very important as well. I mean, I always kept saying that if, let's say, Kiss would have looked like Budgie or Back to Internal Overdrive, I don't think I would have fallen head over heels for them, because it's the whole package. And but it goes for everything. I mean, Motley Crue, if they would look like, I don't know, Bay City Rollers, maybe they wouldn't be so popular. I don't know.
Well, I see all the bands now wearing masks and stuff. That's the new gimmick,
Yeah, but it's getting kind of, I mean, if people would just follow their own heart instead of jumping on the bandwagon, okay, that's the thing we got to do now. And then it's become kind of jaded and boring after a while. I mean, when Slipknot came, wow, that's a new revolutionary thing in the early 90s, whatever. But then you saw 45 other bands with masks and jumpsuits and all that. So couldn't you try to come up with something and stick to your own guns and come up with something original instead of chasing fame by copying others? I think that's so boring, really.
So this album right here, is it only available through you?
Yeah. This is, I mean, it's a collector's item for the diehard fans mostly, I would say. So it's not widespread. I mean, I don't have any distribution for it. I just sell it through my web shop.
Good.
And it's not going to be available digitally on any, like Spotify or Apple Music or anything like that. At least not within any foreseeable future. So I can't predict what's going to happen in, down the road. But for now, I mean, so if you want to have this, you got to collect it. And if it says it's going to be like three CDs, collect them all, I would say. You know, yeah.
And it's autographed. You know, so like you definitely got your signature. You got this. You sent me a guitar pick, which
Yeah.
I was happy with and stuff like that. Do you feel it's an accomplishment for you to like sell it through your own website as like people just going on YouTube or trying to find stuff? Because I tried this morning, nowhere to be seen. I like that.
You mean the exclusive thing, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I came to the conclusion that maybe in 2017 or something that I've had a lot of bad experiences with numerous record labels and so forth.
Yeah.
It's been a very long journey, I gotta say, but that is around that time when I decided that, okay, I won't be with any bands anymore. I'm just going to do my solo thing under my own name and flag. And then I'm playing all the instruments, doing all the vocals, writing everything, and I'm running the whole operation, selling stuff that I, produce and finance and all that, and selling it through my web shop. And we ship all over the world, so I mean, it's no big deal really. And this kind of landed in that maybe I'm not so good of a team player. I kind of come to that conclusion after countless attempts, I would say, with different bands. Because to me, it's more like an expression that I want to express my, let's say, my art. I tend to look at it still as an art form, music, rather than a commodity or commerce or something like that. I mean, it's not. I'm not interested in touring anymore. For example,
Right.
I'm just producing stuff and putting out music. Yeah.
Do you foresee any kind of video coming for this?
Not for this. Nothing planned, at least. Because I mean, the music industry and the whole music climate has changed so dramatically over the past decade or two or whatever.
Right.
So, I mean, in the past, I mean, that was part of the promo package that you did to put out a new album. You got to have a single, you got to have a video. But where can you show that nowadays? I mean, there's certainly no MTV or different music channels and so forth. So you can put it on YouTube, basically.
Yeah,
that's about it. So, and does it have any value? I don't know. I like to do that, but it really doesn't add up to all the tremendous hard work and hours spent and so forth, and not to mention AI, of course. That's gonna fuck everything up, basically.
I hate AI. I hate it.
Yeah, but it is what it is. I mean, I'm kind of tired of talking about that because it's so negative. But you can see that in 3 different steps, at least. I say that in the late 90s, when everything got digital, then you could have like ADATs and record with. I mean, wow, that's very positive, but it also ruins the business for recording studios and so forth. And you gotta have a photographer, but who cares about like analog cameras nowadays? I mean, we're sitting here talking across the pond, so in real time, and we can take pictures of that with your fucking iPhone. So everything changes. So step 1 was the digitalization, or whatever you call that, and then you have internet that completely changed everything. It's like the one who discovered fire or the wheel. I mean, it's that kind of evolution, basically. And of course, there's a lot of positive things with that, like I just mentioned, we talking here and all that. But there's also 2 sides to every coin, I would say. So there's a negative thing. Because now everything is available for nothing, all the music, all the streaming and all that. And then you have AI that's gonna, I mean, I would say it's the last nail in the coffin, basically. Because I mean, a lot of, I mean, I've heard that on the charts and Billboard a couple of months ago. There was like number one, an artist that doesn't exist, some sort of country western artist, and it doesn't even exist, and it's created or AI generated, and it's like number one on the Billboard charts.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that pretty much fucks it up. How can you compete with that? You know?
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, I when I go through Facebook or Instagram and stuff, and I watch videos, I'm wondering if it's real. You know, it's sad because some of it I like.
Yeah, but it doesn't just go for music. I mean, you can probably see like, oh, look at that poor dog who was like on the in the traffic and oh, it got saved. I mean, it's created for clickbait because they earn money to create those kind of situations. Or someone standing behind a skyscraper, it falls upon you. Whoa, my God! Look at that, sort of catastrophic. Yeah, but it's all created in AI, so you cannot tell what's real and what's fake nowadays. You know?
Right. Yeah. Definitely.
That's why I'm trying to be as genuine and authentic and real as possible. You know, like sort of keep the mistakes in the recordings and stuff. Like, okay, I was like coughing there or drop the drumstick, whatever. Yeah, but to have it real like that, you know.
Can you tell me anything about any of the merchandise that's available that you sell on your website?
I would say I can say that like www.snowyshaw.net. Yeah, check that out. I mean, I'm shipping all over the world, and we have a lot of. I have a lot of merchandise, and there are books. I published my autobiography a couple of years ago, and it's highly acclaimed, and people love it because I'm spilling the beans. Just like now, I have any filter. I just say what comes to my mind. So I sort of telling a lot of industry secrets and gossip, of course, and all kind of. But there are a lot of merchandise, and there are vinyl albums and rare stuff and collectibles like memorabilia, and there's a lot of stuff. Drumsticks and signed drum heads from when I was with Sabaton or Opera Diabolicus that you mentioned, for example, during that recording. So there's a lot of stuff, basically. So, but basically, I'm handling everything myself. It's a tremendous lot of work, though, but it is.
I'm sure it's not easy to do. You know, definitely not.
Yeah, and we're not getting any younger either. So.
Nope. I'll be 68 this year. So
68. Yeah. I just turned 58.
Yeah, I'll be 68 this year, and still going. You know, so I'm happy.
That's cool. Yeah,
definitely cool. So, anything else you want to talk about before we end?
Let me have a look at this. Yeah, I mean, there seem to be. I see posted. I kind of was granted a full hour with the radio show, youth radio show, and when I posted some sort of stuff about that because it's going to be on next Sunday, I think. Anyway, people ask, is it all newly recorded stuff, or is it include this album? Does it include stuff that's been released before? Yeah, most of it, I would say, has been released, but it's okay. That band from Ecuador, you never heard about them, and even though they kind of tag me or give me credit for singing or playing bass or whatever, I wanted to collect it all because I mean I am sort of the link here in all of that stuff, you know. Some of the songs I wrote and I played and I sang and produced and did everything on. Others I just did all of the vocals. In other cases I played like with Dimmu Borgir, where I played bass and sang. That the Purple song that we're doing there, Perfect Strangers. I mean, it wasn't an official release. We recorded it back in the day in 2010, I think it was, as a bonus track for the album, and it never came out until on a mini CD or whatever, like mini album or single, like 2 years ago or something like that. So I just wanted to collect it all because of the ones who follow me and are fans of me. They can see that, wow, I have a lot of qualities, I would say, or I'm doing a lot of different kind of music, and and you know, being a multi-instrumentalist, and
Right.
some stuff I produced and arranged, and so it's a lot of stuff here, you know. So this is a collection, I would say. It's more like a legacy thing,
Right.
I
Yeah,
would
yeah.
say, you know. So yeah.
Definitely for it. So hopefully everybody supports you and pick this album up. You get 16 tracks. I mean, how can you go wrong? You know, 16 tracks, and it's diverse, so big.
Yeah,
You
it is.
have something you gotta love. You know.
Yeah, but that is also, I mean, I wanted to put it on a CD. A lot of people's been asking about, oh, what about vinyl? Yeah, I've been looking into that, but I'm not sure, because then it's going to be a triple album, you know.
Yeah.
For that, you know,
Right.
because
Definitely.
it's not a mainstream commercial release by any means. So, and who, if I am to print that and go through all the process of doing the stuff basically, and you gotta at least print 250 or 300 copies or something like that, if it's going to be any profit. Otherwise, each single vinyl would cost, like, I don't know, €100 or something, or $100. I mean, and who can afford that? Maybe I sell 5. I don't know.
Yeah. And even if you did a triple album, you know how much shipping will cost? Forget it.
But yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's super expensive, and it keeps getting more and more expensive. Yeah, because of the tariffs and stuff like that. I mean, to ship to the US now, it has opened up, but you cannot ship to any companies, but to private people, private persons, I guess. You know, you can do that, but it's got to be some sort of limited. It cannot sort of be more than $100 or something worth. You know? Yeah. But you got to work around all those we say complications or something, and try to make it work. You know.
Well, Snowy Shaw, congratulations on the album, Snow Shaw. There you go.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You have anything to say to the fans out there?
Stay true, like I always say.
Cool. I pick up Shawsome.
I'm trying to follow my own heart, and that I do unconditionally, and just, I mean, I'm not calculating or trying to chase trends or anything like that. I'm just doing my own shit and staying true to myself. And I want everybody to stay true to themselves and what's genuine and real, I would say, you know, instead of trying to please others, you know. Yeah, live to please yourself, I would say. Yeah.
Well, Snowy, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. I appreciate you sending me the disc and guitar pick and stuff like that. See you later, man.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.